is Sharmila from Arbour Consultants. Today I'm going to talk to you about what has been the climate up until 2026 for international students. In the years following COVID, to be an international student was a piece of cake, or as I would call it, a walk in the park. Why? Because in 2023, just after the pandemic, 681,000 new student applications were approved. In 2024, this dropped to 292,431. In 2025, it dropped further to between 200,000 to 250,000. The final numbers are not out as yet, as of December 2025. Due to the increasing issues in this program, the minister announced that in 2026, this number will be dropped to 150,000. So between 2023, when 681,000 student permits were approved, to 2026, where only 150,000 are being approved, there's a drop in about 400,000 applications. After the pandemic, when the floodgates opened for immigration to Canada, many things took place. Colleges came up like mushrooms everywhere in Canada, offering courses from admin to IT to healthcare, and these colleges offered high commissions to agents all over the world to recruit students. Some of these colleges were bogus. I have had students coming to me for advice because they arrived in Canada and there were no school and there was no courses available. Many students became victims of fraud. I recently had a student who informed me that she came to BC to study. Upon arrival, she could not contact the school nor the agent that brought her in. After much effort, she was informed that the school had closed down, but they had an affiliate school in Ontario from which she can be issued a diploma and a certificate with transcripts. She wanted my advice. What should she do? The school was not asking her to study or follow a course. They were just basically saying, you know what, pay me the money and I will give you the certificate. It is this type of fraudulent situations that has brought the international student program such a bad reputation. The program was meant to be a good thing. It was meant to attract students to study in Canada, move on to obtaining a work permit, and then contribute to Canada's economy. It was also meant to bring in money to Canada, as international fees are 3 to 5 times more than what a Canadian kid would pay. This kept programs running, teachers and other faculty staff employed, and a chance for Canadian children to enroll in their choice of program. However, the good intentions turned into a bad scenario. Moreover, employers saw the chance for cheap labor. Students were desperate for jobs to keep paying for their schooling. They were willing to take any job for any rate of pay, and unscrupulous employers exploited these young adults by sometimes paying them even under the minimum wage. The government needed to stop this corruption, and today IRCC is approving only a mere 150,000 student visas. So today's program, I have spoken to you about what has happened in the international student world up until 2026, because this is important information when you are applying for a student visa, to know what has happened, to know what to expect when you come into Canada, to know who to contact in order to do your student visa and to get you a good school. There are agents out there who will do anything to get the money and who will offer you free student visa applications, because they know that if you do get the student visa, then they get a hefty sum of money as commissions from schools. So always go with the immigration consultant that is licensed and who is in Canada, because this way you can hold them accountable. I'm not saying that every consultant in Canada is good. You need to do your due diligence, because it will come back to the fact that if you do not choose correctly or intelligently, this will affect not just your student visa, but your whole life when you get to Canada. So if you are an international student looking to apply, please watch this series. Click below, subscribe, and follow us. You do not want to miss any part of this series that I am conducting for you. Once again, I'm Sharmila Pereira from Arbour Consultants, and we will be bringing you this series basically aimed at providing you knowledge on how to apply and what to expect as an international student.